with Jeff Pawloski, the curator of Sea Life Park. Jeff, tell us, what is a curator and how did you get into this position?
Curator is basically responsible for all the animals in the collection and all the people that are responsible for caring for the animals. Anything that has to do with animals, I'm responsible for it. So that's food, veterinary care, birds that we have here at the park, the marine life, the turtles, the fish, the dolphins.
And how did you get started into this?
Well, I never had an idea I'd end up as a curator. I started out a long time ago in an area just like this, in a reef life department at an animal park in California. Really what it's about is understanding how to care for the animals. First understanding the biology and understanding the physiology of the animals, what particular things they need to care for them, understanding their behavior in captivity and how to best enrich their lives and how to provide the best care possible. So you're always studying. You never put away your books. You're always studying. You're always learning something new. And in many cases, we're pioneering and going into new areas that we've never done before.
Jeff, tell us about this new feature here at Sea Life Park, the Hawaiian Shark Tank living exhibit.
It's a lot of fun. It's been a lot of excitement. In front of you is a 280,000-gallon tank that for many years was a reef tank. We set it up to look just like a natural coral reef habitat. And one of the species that we wanted to put in as an example are the scalloped hammerhead sharks. We know that historically they don't do well, large sharks don't do well in a captive environment, so we wanted to probe more as to why is that. So working with shark collectors and some experts, we learned that if you capture them when they're small and let them become acquiesced or learn about their environment, learn how to navigate through nooks and crannies in small confined areas like a tank, then they'll do better later as they grow up because they learn their habitat. Additionally, we're going to change the makeup of the environment. We're going to add natural corals, artificial corals, but they'll look natural in the tank, and we'll add other things in the exhibit as the animals get larger and as they learn their environment better. We even had to think out how we're going to feed them. How do we identify them and tell them apart? How do we feed them? And how do we provide the best learning experience for our guests that go into the water? Because that's what this exhibit is about. It's about teaching and learning and respecting the local Hawaiian sharks and what role they play in the ecosystem. For a long time, sharks have had a real bad reputation. I don't think they deserve it. And so what we're trying to do is sort of be PR spokesmen for sharks and explain to people what they do in the real world and how important they are for us.
And so that's what the interaction, getting into the water, visitors can experience that.
That's right. It's like going to school, but in a fun way. You put on this neat equipment. You don't need to know how to swim. You just need to be able to wear the helmet on top of your head. Your head stays dry. You can be as young as 8 years old. You walk down the stairs. You go with our guide. You go way down to the bottom of our 17-foot tank. And while you're down there, you've got a microphone and a speaker that you can talk. Our well-trained staff will be narrating what's going on and helping you learn about the sharks as they swim around you in the tank.
Wow, fantastic.
So what you're looking at right here is Dolphin Cove. This was originally 20 years ago just a show performance stadium where you just came and watched the show. But people want more now. They want to actually come and have an opportunity to interact with the dolphins. So we offer 3 types of interactive programs that our guests can participate in, from very simple and basic program where you just go in and pet and touch and look at the dolphin, all the way up to what you're seeing out in the middle of the pool where our guests are actually participating in rides. For example, you're going to watch this double dorsal toe where 2 dolphins come right in under the person's hand and they, at a great rate of speed, pull them on in, and we call that the double dorsal toe. We also have a really cool one called the double foot push, where the guest can lay flat out on their stomach and the dolphin pushes on the balls of their feet, planing them out of the water. But I think the most important thing is you see the trainers interacting so well with these dolphins. Each dolphin has its own personality, just like people, and it's up to the trainer to be able to motivate these animals.
Is there a minimum age to participate in the program?
Across the pool, we have what's called the dolphin encounter. We can have children as young as 1 year old participate. These more advanced swims where you see the dolphins towing or pushing the animals, you're looking at minimum ages of 8 years old, as long as they're in with a parent.